Hey everyone, Coach Joy McCulloch here with Big Wheel Coaching. We have started the month of December and I hope it is off to a great start for each of you. I know it kind of speeds up here with holidays, and as our toddler is almost 2.5, holidays are getting a little different flair for what he is aware of and interested in. So even just putting a couple lights up outside or going around seeing the neighbors has been a lot of fun. So hopefully each of you can find, I don't know, something different to help set this month apart and to celebrate. It may not be the same way you used to, or there's kind of your norm, but hopefully there's some time to enjoy the month of December and the holidays and all of that they represent. Now, my training this week, I've noticed something with my power meter. I have several bikes that all have different brands of power meters. Now, when I've been on the tax trainer inside, it's a much different, has a little different algorithm than, say, I have a 4i on my road bike, and on my other road bike, I have a Shimano. So they all read a little bit different. And what I noticed when I was doing intervals yesterday is I was hitting some pretty good numbers. Now, my first instinct or reaction was to think, this isn't calibrated correct. There's no way I can't be this good. All right. And I've seen this feedback from many of you as the athlete being like, no, this isn't right. What I've also seen is if that was reading very low, we believe it. So if it's telling me I'm doing 260 watts instead of what I thought I'd be 240, we're like, no, there's no way. But if it's telling me, hey, you're doing 220 watts and I should be doing 240, I believe it and I think I'm horrible, right? I get all of this like self-deprecation, like I'm so bad. I want you to remember to, in those scenarios, to look at your rate of perceived exertion. Right, look at your heart rate. This is why I really encourage everyone to always wear a heart rate monitor. We might not be training specifically for it, but when we're utilizing something like power, it is fallible. Okay, there's going to be a time when maybe I didn't calibrate my device. Maybe you needed to. Maybe on my tax when I'm on the trainer, it's a little bit different. I set my FTP differently, specifically because I'm indoors to start with, because I'm on the trainer. But the tax reads it differently than my Shimano does on my BMC road bike. So I want you to be really aware that the numbers are not going to align. They're not going to correlate when you're training indoors versus outdoors. That's number one. Number two is when you see those funny numbers on your device when you're doing your training, or say you're doing those intervals, the fall back on your rate of perceived exertion, RPE, okay, and your heart rate. Okay, so if your heart rate is in that zone 4, which what you would be hitting with your power, trust that and trust your sensations, how you're feeling, your breathing rate, and know that, hey, maybe I need to come back and calibrate my power meter, but also have some confidence. Everybody's kind of come off this really great block over Thanksgiving of training, and you got some great hours in, some great mileage, so maybe your wattage is going up. Maybe you're more fresh after a couple days off, okay? So if you did that big push through Thanksgiving, and then you, say, took Monday, Tuesday super easy or recovery, you're probably going to be able to rip it on your Wednesday intervals, okay? So those sensations I had, I was like, oh, I feel pretty good. My heart rate's in zone 4, so maybe I'm increasing my power. That is an option for each of you. So I want you to go that direction over, no, there's no way I could be that good, okay? So embrace those gains. Make sure you calibrate your devices, and with your coach, kind of figure out what numbers you need to run on your different meters. Okay, some of them are quite close in the different brands, but remember, there's no absolute zero for power. I mean, if you have stages, your stages, say you have 3 different stages on different bikes, those numbers are going to be very similar. But you're running a stages and then you're running a cork, you're going to have some discrepancies, and neither is correct or more correct than the other. They're both accurate for that meter. Okay, so work with your coach on that, and let's find out. Make sure that you are kind of using the correct numbers, but also that you can trust your rate of perceived exertion. That's always king. All right, so I'm really excited here for each of you to have a good December. Get outside, okay, get out, get some vitamin D. I'm soaking it up here today, and I've got some coffee brewing inside though, because it is a little bit chilly. Have a great rest of your week.